as soon as I start recording, it's nibble time. Is it nibbly time? Okay, we'll carry on. If you saw on my Instagram, I was dyeing out the copper colour, and this is where we're at the moment. It's kind of almost rose gold, and I do love rose gold. I think that was kind of the tone that I was trying to get by putting the copper in, because I was using a golden gloss to try and get it, but it wasn't much colour transfer, but then this is too much transfer. So I went to my hairdresser and she basically did highlights of bleach from about here down, so we didn't get my natural colour. All of this is actual undyed natural colour. I used to be a lot blonder than this, but it's just darkened over the years and I quite like it. Oddly enough, I think my natural colour suits me, but I do still love blonde, and I'm partly tempted to do highlights through and make my natural colour lighter, but I also like it being natural. So I'm kind of stuck, I don't know what to do. But I am trying to lighten this back to a warm blonde, so like a rose gold blonde, if I can achieve that. So I'll probably do another round of bleach highlights. She's so good though, because you cannot tell that I've had, well, I mean you can tell that this is not a natural colour, but you can't tell that I've had highlights put through. But it is a lot lighter than it was before I went in. Anyway, the point of this video, actually, I'm a year through having my braces. Literally, well, 13 months now, not 12, because I was going to film this at the beginning of November when I had my last tightening, which would have been 12 months, but I'm only getting around to it now, December 2nd. But yeah, 13 months of braces. I should only have 5 more months to go before I get them off, and I cannot wait. I really hope nothing makes it last longer. So if you didn't know, I had to have a tooth taken out in order to shift my teeth, because my centre line, my midline, was off that way and needed to be this way in order to get my 4 incisors in the middle. Classic Tom Cruise, where he has his midline on his, I think his top teeth is off. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. I never knew my centre line, midline, I don't remember which one it's called. I never knew that it was not in the centre until it was pointed out when I went to my orthodontist appointment. I just wanted to straighten out because I had one incisor pushed back and my canine was twisted. I thought that was the only issue, but apparently there's a lot more issues than I thought. And also to get the proper bite, I needed to have braces on my top teeth, which have always been okay. I had braces when I was a teenager, which sorted out my top teeth, but I didn't do the bottom teeth, and I wish I had. I didn't really need the top teeth straightening, they didn't need to move very far, but to get a good bite I needed top and bottom braces. I've basically logged what's been happening throughout the braces. So my braces were fitted on the 1st of November 2023, I had toothache for the first 2 days, and gums almost pain-free after 7 days, but it took, I think, 3 weeks before I could start to bite food without discomfort. Some people it's a lot quicker, some people take a little bit longer to actually get past the really painful phase. That was me. It hurt for quite a while. So for those first few weeks I lived off of easy food like scrambled egg, pot noodle, even that, if the noodles were a bit hard, hurt. Mashed potato, I think I had fish and parsley sauce and mashed potato. That's a nice easy one to eat because it just falls apart. So yeah, I was on a very soft diet for quite a while. The initial braces being put on was definitely the worst of the pain. You still get some pain with each tightening where they change the wire, but it's not quite as bad as the initial putting the braces on. It doesn't last 3 weeks for me. One of the main things that I've noticed is I get so much more saliva in my mouth, and now I've got elastics, which I'll get into, even more saliva. Very annoying. So January 5th 2024 was my first tightening, and again I did have pain for a couple days I think after that tightening. March 18th was my second tightening. I had a lot of canine movement after this, so the the gap, the tooth they took out was a premolar, my first premolar. So then I had the canine and my incisors to move over. I think I've got a key fluff up my nose. I did! I just got it. That was annoying. Basically, the canine had to move into the space where the premolar was, and then the incisors needed to go too. And the canine also needed to turn because it was slightly twisted. So there was a lot of movement from the second tightening. I also had a lot of pain in my upper incisors, particularly this one. Don't know why. Every time she changes that wire, that one really hurts. And 4 months in, and that was finally when my incisors stopped hurting and I was able to bite food. Up until like the first 4 months, I couldn't bite into food. Like I couldn't bite a sandwich, anything basically, because it hurt those 4 top teeth every single time. So yeah, 4 months in and I could bite food again. Something you take for granted. And trust me, even now, it's really hard to bite food. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. It's not like the pain that I got at the beginning, but it's uncomfortable to bite food still, and I'm a year in. May 13th of this year, I had my 3rd brace tightening, and not much changed there. July 8th was the 4th tightening, and she added power chains and wired in the bottom molar. So at the back down here, there was a molar that was at a bit of a tilt. I don't know why. She didn't wire it in to begin with. It wasn't until the 4th tightening that she wired that in. I actually had a bracket on it for the first 4, 5, 6 months, and I ate some pasta and it popped off. But because it wasn't wired in, it wasn't an issue. I just put it in the bin. Luckily I didn't eat it. That's when she wired that in, and I got my power chains, which is this wire. So I got the top teeth power chained. That was a lot more pain because it's a lot firmer. Whole mouth aches, almost as bad as when I first had my braces put on. It was pretty bad, but it didn't last very long. I think it lasted 2 or 3 days, so it wasn't too bad, but it was the most pain I'd had from a tightening. Then August 5th I had a loose wire, so down here where the gap is, she put an additional wire on to try and pull the canine over to give it extra force, and from August it came loose. So normally brace tightenings are every 2 months, but because of this loose wire, which happened about halfway through 2 tightenings, I got an extra tightening because I had to go in August after the July appointment. So August I go in again to get this wire replaced, and because I was there, she did an extra tightening, so we could technically be slightly ahead. I don't know if we are. And she also changed my power chain. So I initially had, I think they were called champagne, because my braces, the colour I chose was champagne. I think I got a champagne coloured power chain, and then the first day, because of painful teeth, I had a pot noodle and it dyed my power chains green. Horrible limey green colour. I guess the spices in the pot noodle did it. So when I went back after the 1 month, I asked if I could have a different colour that doesn't stain. So I got the silver, which I've got now. And then she also did the extra tightening on the canine. September 6th was my 5th tightening. So I had a tightening in July, August, and then September. So we kept the normal appointments. So I had 3-month appointments consecutively. So through lots of pain. And then November 4th was my 12-month tightening. So I had, she took the block off of the furthest incisor on the bottom because it's slightly twisted. I've got so much saliva. And these incisors weren't moving along fast enough. So she took the block off of this tooth and she added a spring to push the other incisors over. So that basically just shoved those teeth that way, out of the way, so that this incisor can turn and move. And there's a gap already there. You can see the gap on this side is so much smaller than it was before. That was the size of a tooth, but now it's much smaller as everything's moving. She also added 2 hooks. So she added a hook up here and a hook down here, because the brackets I've got here and here already have a hook attached, but she wanted to put elastics in, which is what's causing this additional saliva in my mouth. It's very annoying. So she needed to add a hook in order to attach the elastics in the direction she wants them to go. So they're going in different directions on each side of my mouth. This one is going this way, and this one is also going this way. you would think it'd be mirrored, but it's to do whatever she needs the teeth to do. So that one and that one. They cause me lots of saliva build-up, which is very annoying. So I have to keep swallowing all the time. I have to change them frequently because being elastics, the more you stretch them, the more relaxed they become and the less effective they are. So I've got 2 little bags filled with these tiny elastics. They are relatively easy to put in. I just swallowed my mouth dry and couldn't speak. Yeah, relatively easy to put in. I can do it sometimes without looking in a mirror. Sometimes I just ping them into my mouth. If I let go too far away, they will ping off and I'll have to fish them out of my mouth. But they're not too annoying. I know some people can have them like completely wiring all of their teeth together, but luckily I don't need that. But yeah, that's where my teeth are at the moment. They are moving well. Currently have an awful bite. Worst bite I've ever had. I don't know what happened when she took that bracket off and put the thing in. My teeth are touching in ways that they never touched before. But I know that basically she's moving the teeth to where they need to be and turning teeth, not like bringing them in yet, throttling them. So basically the incisors need to move into their position, be nice and straight, and then she can pull them in, and then my bite will be better, because your bottom teeth aren't supposed to touch your top teeth, they're supposed to be in, and I think that's what's going to close up that final bit of hole gap between my teeth. I currently have an ulcer here, and I got a sore bit on my tongue because I bit it, but I bit this like 4 times. We have a new t-shirt. Look at that. How cute. So this is on a heather marl because I wanted to do a colour that was not black or grey, but also not too much of a vibrant colour that not everybody would like. So it's just a nice neutral heather beige, and it basically matches the tote bags. If you wanted to match your tote bag, we have the new pop art t-shirt. It's not available in quite as many sizes, and one of the sizes is currently out of stock. A 3XL. I will update it as soon as I can get more of them. This one has been ordered. I have lots of new scrunchies. So I've got, these are the regular size. I've got silver, navy, lilac and mauve. And then I've got them as a set of 3 of the two, a set of 3 of the 2 colours. A set of 3 of the colours, the mauve, navy and lilac. We have extra large, black and ivory. This one is so pretty. And I've also got the velvet ones back in. I've also rebranded the labels, well, redesigned the labels so they look a bit better. So we've got velvet ones. They all have really soft elastics inside. I wrap them around twice in my hair and I get a really comfortable bun because I get headaches from buns. But the style of the bun that I do now, and with my scrunchies, I never get a headache from it. It's really comfortable. So basically, with mine, I can't vouch for anybody else's scrunchies. Pull it all up, put it half over, pull half of it up so I've got part of the bun there, wrap the hair around, and then I put the scrunchie over twice, and then I put a couple pins in to hold the edges of the scrunchie down, and it's so comfortable. I never get a headache with it, and it stays in all day. And also silk is really good for your hair, and the velvet ones are really soft. All of the orders I send out at the moment, I'm putting in Christmas stickers. So I like to put in a freebie sticker if I can, and I make these myself at home and holograph them. And I make them holographic with a film, and I finally figured out how to put it on without getting bubbles underneath, because that was a pain. During the holiday period I wanted to make Christmas ones, so up until after Christmas, maybe New Year, I might continue these until New Year's Eve. These are stickers, oh, can you see this? You can receive in your order. They're all holographic. They've all got different holographics, so you could get the same design if you ordered 2 times, but it might have a different holographic thing. I can't determine which ones I've already sent, so I'm sorry if you do get the same one twice, but I just randomly put them in to the orders. Oh, and this one says ho ho ho. I love this one. It's covered in baubles. We do have calendars left. If you order a calendar, you automatically get a there's a stack of waffles in the design of a Christmas pudding, so it's got some holly on top. So you'll automatically get one of those stickers if you buy a calendar, until I run out. They were giving me some grief while I was trying to cut them out, so I had some failures. But yeah, we've got some calendars left. They are selling quickly, so make sure you get yours before we run out, because I won't be ordering any more once they've gone. Got lots of pottery things. Oh, I've also got some new hats. So if you saw, I had made an ear hat, a husky ear hat, and then I made a samoyed one. That's what I'm going to call it, because it's nice creamy white and it has the ears on top. And then I also made a Santa hat. So these ones are hand knitted, both of them, and these be by hand. And they're nice and chunky. This one is 100% polyester, and this is, so these ones are 80% acrylic and 20% wool. Yeah, they're very soft. I love wearing my one. I've got 2 that I made for myself. And I gave my niece one of the husky ear hats, and she loves it because she's obsessed with wolves. I actually need to photograph these and put them on the website. I have finally, after so many years of doing pottery and jewellery, combined the 2 things together. I've been meaning to do it for a very long time and I only just decided to get around to it. So the first one I made is some snowflake porcelain studs. So this is actually porcelain clay that I've fired and glazed. So there's a gloss glaze on there, and then mounted them onto sterling silver posts. So that's 95 sterling silver and porcelain. And then I took some porcelain clay and I mixed them with mason stains to make a nice pastel pink. I made some hearts, danglies. I don't know how well the pink's showing up on camera, but they are really pretty pink. That's the large hearts, and then got some side hole ones. I don't think you can see how pretty the pink is because of the light. Let's see if I can reduce the light down there so you can see the pink. It's pretty. And I want to make some porcelain heart studs, and then I'm going to start gold lustering them. I have an idea for some dangly ones. They make the prettiest sound. I love that sound. I have an idea for some dangly ones so that they can like very gently clink together. And I want to gold luster, so it's 24 karat, it's real gold, but it goes in a third firing in the kiln. So you do the first firing, which is to make the clay hard, but not too hard so that you can still absorb glaze. And then you do the second firing, which is usually where you finish, which vitrifies the clay, makes it hard and not absorb water anymore. And then after that, if you want to, you can do a third firing, which is at a much lower temperature than the second firing, and this one literally just melts luster. And I've got some 24 karat gold luster, which I've had for years, but I've never actually got around to using it because I was going to do it with jewellery, and I never got around to making the porcelain jewellery until now. So this next batch that I'm working on will have gold luster on. So yeah, and there's lots of new pottery items. There's some Christmassy things. We've got some dog bowls, some slow feed dog bowls, which I've finally got around to making. There's lots of new products. Sorry this is a bit too boring face camera-ish. Another day, another snuggle in the beanbag. Hello.
You see its belly fluff. Look at it. It's so fuzzy. It's brought back quite a bit already. You only just see the pink. I'm also down here. And your fuzzy belly. Right, back to work. Oh dear, I gotta go back to work. Sneaky boy.
I like to ship worldwide. If anyone asks me if I ship to a country and I don't currently, I then add it to the website so that we do. So at the moment we ship to quite a few different countries. But as of a few days ago, I discovered the GPRS regulations are changing for shipping to the EU, which means we're going to have to stop shipping to the EU, which includes Northern Ireland. Which really sucks because we do get orders into Europe and I don't want to stop selling to the people that want to order our product. Basically, the General Product Safety Regulation is being updated as of the 13th of December 2024. Any business outside of the European Union that wants to ship to a country within the European Union has to have an EU representative, meaning somebody that lives within a European Union country. And because I'm in the UK and we're no longer part of the European Union, that means that we have to have an EU representative in a country in Europe. So this means that the EU representative has to have the product information of every single product that we sell and act on our behalf if any government body needs the information for any given product. Say if there's a recall or if there's a faulty product, if there's any complaints or anything at all, they go to the European representative who should have every product detail that we sell so that they can act on our behalf basically. And what we have to do is have specific tests done on every single product and have a technical sheet of any faults and any fixes for these faults that are carried out on every single product for 10 years, and we have to keep that information for 10 years. And given that we're an art business and that most of the products I make are unique, one-off, one-of-a-kind items, the ceramic things I make, they differ, like the weight of them differ from one to the next, even if they're the same thing, because the weight of clay changes, the amount of clay used. I like to experiment with things and make something completely new, and then I think I don't want to make this again, but I'll sell this one. I would have to fill out so much technical information on every single one of these products. I don't even know how many products I sell at the moment, and it's just not feasible to have this kind of information for all of these unique pieces of art. And then to also pay an EU representative to have all of this information, to update them every time I make a new product, which I do on an almost daily basis, come up with something brand new. I don't, like some shops do shop drops where they make a load of products and then they drop them all at once. I don't do that at the moment. I feel like I should, but I don't. I make a product and I'm like, I want to share this right now, so I photograph it and upload it, and I'm recording but I've got no space. I don't know what's going on. I can't visibly adhere to these new regulations, so I can't ship to the EU and Northern Ireland included, which is a real shame. I'm hoping that they might become more lenient on small art businesses, because a lot of businesses, art craft businesses that I've heard from, are feeling exactly the same way, that they can't do shipping to Europe now. So hopefully they'll start to understand that this just doesn't work for small art businesses where most of our products are one of a kind. Or they're I can't remember where I got to. My camera ran out of storage. So me and my camera is slightly tilting. Stop that please. So me and many other... My camera's still tilting. Sorry, this angle is awful. This camera... I don't have a thing on the top of this light stand to attach my camera to, so sort of using the tripod to grab it. I don't know where I got to. My camera ran out of storage space. Basically, me and lots of other art businesses are just hoping that they become more lenient on smaller creators that just can't afford to pay any EU representative and don't have the means to take all this technical information about every single product, especially when things are going to be one-off items. I do a lot of one-off items with my jewellery as well, and just to have to contact someone every time I create a new product and say, here's all of my testing, and then have all of that stored away for 10 years. It just doesn't make sense. I can understand it for big businesses that bring out new products, I don't know how often, and that have all the resources and the manpower and everything. I think my camera is tilting. Other big businesses can do all of this stuff, but small art businesses just can't. Yeah, this camera is definitely tilting. So unfortunately, as of the 8th of December, because I want to make sure that I don't have any orders. What day is the 8th? Sunday. So as of today, the day that this video comes out, I will no longer be shipping to the EU for this foreseeable future. I will definitely bring it back if things change and they drop all of this for small businesses. I doubt they will, but maybe they'll make it a bit easier for us, I don't know. And so I'm so sorry if you're in Europe and you wanted to order from us again, or for the first time, but we just can't do it at the moment. And there's fines for breaking this regulation. I am not one to do anything against rules and regulations. That's where we stand, unfortunately. And I only literally found out about it a few days ago because Catnip, who is another small artist business in the UK, posted about it on her Instagram. Other than that, I had no idea. And it's literally the 13th of December that it comes into force. And I would have continued to ship out to Europe. I don't know where she found out. My camera's sliding again. So, please stop. Stop sliding. So yeah, I don't know what would have happened, really. Because I don't know how she found out. I don't know how I would have found out if not for seeing her video. So thank you, Catherine, for making that video and making me aware of this. And then I YouTubed a little bit, and I found other small businesses that had just recently been talking about it, and in the comments of other videos they're about saying how they'd only just found out as well. So there we are. So sorry. I make these washcloths. They are made of bamboo, 10% polyester, which is basically the backing, but what you actually feel is the bamboo, and it is so soft. I've got them in 4 colours: blue, pink, teal and grey. I can't express how soft that is. It's so soft. I use mine every time I wash my face. I just put warm water on it and then wash all my makeup off. I don't wear any waterproof makeup, so I haven't tested it with waterproof makeup like mascara, but it gets all of my normal mascara off, and my sun cream and stuff. I don't wear a lot of foundation. I only use it as a concealer if I need it, and then I have a tinted sun cream because I was recommended it by a dermatologist as being a much better barrier for the sun UV if it's tinted versus non-tinted. So that's kind of like a foundation, but not quite. It's very sheer. And then my mascara is pretty much the main thing that I wear makeup wise, and these get it off so easily, and it just feels so silky on my face. I love it. But I get some scraps. I wanted a way to use up my scraps, so I made these little face scrubbies. So got a little strap handle, and then you can rub your makeup off that way if you like to use this type of cleaning device. So I'm going to make, I think I'm going to make sets of 4, so 1 of each colour, and then sell them as a little set, because then that uses up my scraps really nicely. And this is 2 layers of the bamboo. It feels very nice and silky. I'm also working on some of these tote bags today. The Husky Vibe tote bags. I have 3 made so far, and I'm hopefully going to make another 6. So I'll have 9 ready to list. I really want to update it all in one go because I've got a lot of people that have hit the reminder, the stop notifier. I think there's quite a few names in there, so I don't want to just list 3 and have everybody fighting over them. I want to have at least a fair few to accommodate the people that I won't have enough for everyone. But I will keep making them, so if you miss out on the restock, then just put your name back in and be notified the next time I restock it. So I think that was everything I wanted to say to add to the video. I thought I had finished until I found out about the GPSR, so sorry about that. I'm gutted that I won't be able to ship to Europe, at least for the foreseeable future. Hopefully things change and I can open it back up again. Battery's about to run out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Yeah. Thank you, boy.